Hello and welcome. My name is Sarah, and I want you to know that for the next 30 minutes, you have permission to let everything else fade away. You have permission to step away from the endless notifications, the mounting pressures, and all those thoughts that have been circling through your mind like restless birds. This is your sanctuary, your refuge from a world that never seems to pause long enough for you to catch your breath. Right now, in this very moment, there is absolutely nothing you need to fix, nothing you need to solve, and nowhere else you need to be. You have created this space for yourself, and that alone is an act of profound self-care. Take a moment to acknowledge that you chose to be here. You chose to prioritize your peace, your well-being, and your inner tranquility above all the chaos that surrounds us every single day. I want you to find a comfortable position, whether you are sitting in your favorite chair, lying down on your bed, or perhaps settled somewhere in nature where you can feel connected to the earth beneath you. Allow your body to fully relax into whatever surface is supporting you. Feel the weight of your body being held, supported, cradled. There is no effort required from you right now, except to simply be present with yourself. Close your eyes gently, like delicate curtains drawing shut at the end of a long day. With your eyes closed, begin to notice your breathing. Do not try to change it or control it in any way. Simply observe the natural rhythm that has been sustaining you since the moment you were born. Notice how your chest rises and falls, how the air moves in and out of your body like gentle waves meeting the shore. With each breath you take, imagine that you are breathing in pure calmness, pure serenity. Picture this breath as a soft, golden light that enters your body and spreads warmth throughout every muscle, every cell, every fiber of your being. As you exhale, imagine that you are releasing all the tension, all the worry, all the mental clutter that has been weighing you down. See this exhale as a gentle mist that carries away everything you no longer need to hold on to. Continue this rhythm of breathing in peace and breathing out tension. There is no rush, no timeline to follow, no destination to reach. This is simply your time to exist in the most natural and beautiful way possible. Your breath is your anchor, your constant companion that will guide you through this journey of deep relaxation and inner discovery. Now, I want you to imagine that you are standing at the edge of a vast, pristine meadow. The grass beneath your feet is soft and cool, like nature's own carpet welcoming you home. The air around you is crisp and clean, filled with the gentle fragrances of wildflowers and fresh earth. Above you, the sky stretches endlessly, painted in the most serene shades of blue you have ever witnessed. Take your first step into this meadow, feeling how each footfall connects you more deeply to the earth. With every step, you move further away from the world of deadlines and obligations, further into a realm where time moves differently, where peace is not something you must earn, but something that simply is. As you walk deeper into this sacred space, you notice a gentle stream running alongside the meadow. The water is crystal clear, and you can hear its soft babbling as it flows over smooth stones and around gentle curves. This sound becomes a natural symphony, a melody that seems to wash away any remaining traces of stress or anxiety from your mind and body. You decide to follow this stream, allowing it to guide you on your journey. With each step along its banks, you feel lighter, more free, more connected to the simple joy of being alive. The stream seems to know exactly where it is going, and you trust its wisdom completely. There is no need to question or analyze. There is only the gentle pull of the water and your willingness to follow wherever it may lead. The path alongside the stream is lined with ancient trees, whose branches form a natural canopy overhead. Sunlight filters through the leaves, creating dancing patterns of light and shadow on the ground before you. These trees have stood here for countless years, silent witnesses to the passage of time, and their presence fills you with a profound sense of stability and groundedness. You reach out to touch the bark of one of these magnificent trees, feeling its rough texture beneath your fingertips. In that moment of contact, you sense the deep roots that extend far beneath the earth, anchoring this tree through storms and seasons, through years of change and growth. You realize that you too have roots, deep connections to what matters most in your life, and these roots give you strength and stability, even when life feels uncertain. Continuing along the stream, you come upon a clearing where the trees open up to reveal a small, perfectly circular pond. The water is so still and clear that it acts like a mirror, reflecting the sky above with such clarity that you cannot tell where the water ends and the heavens begin. This pond radiates a sense of perfect peace, of complete stillness that seems to emanate from its very center and spread outward in gentle waves of tranquility. You sit down on a smooth boulder at the edge of this pond, feeling the warmth of the stone beneath you. The surface of the water is so calm that not even the slightest ripple disturbs its mirror-like perfection. You realize that this pond represents the deepest part of yourself, the part that remains peaceful and undisturbed regardless of what storms may be raging on the surface of your daily life. As you sit here in this place of perfect stillness, you begin to understand that this peace you are experiencing is not something external that you have found. It is something that has always existed within you, waiting patiently for you to remember it, to reconnect with it, to allow it to emerge from beneath all the layers of busyness and worry that typically cover it. The realization washes over you like warm sunlight breaking through clouds. You do not need to search for peace outside of yourself. You do not need to wait for your circumstances to change or for other people to behave differently. The peace you seek, the tranquility you crave, the deep sense of well-being you long for, all of this already exists within you, as natural and essential as your own heartbeat. Breathe in this knowing. Breathe in the understanding that you carry within yourself everything you need to feel calm, centered, and deeply at peace. This is not wishful thinking or temporary relaxation. This is a fundamental truth about who you are beneath all the roles you play and all the challenges you face. The gentle breeze moves across the surface of the pond, creating the slightest movement in the water, but the essential stillness remains unchanged. Similarly, the events and circumstances of your life may create ripples on the surface of your experience, but the deep peace at your core remains constant, unshakable, always available to you when you choose to connect with it. You close your eyes and feel this inner peace expanding throughout your entire being. It fills your chest, relaxes your shoulders, softens your face, and brings a gentle smile to your lips. This is what it feels like to come home to yourself, to remember who you truly are beneath all the complexity and confusion of modern life. In this state of profound inner knowing, you begin to notice something remarkable happening. The boundaries between yourself and this peaceful sanctuary start to dissolve in the most gentle way. You are not losing yourself, but rather discovering that you are far more expansive than you ever imagined. The peace of the pond, the strength of the ancient trees, the flowing wisdom of the stream. All of these qualities exist within you as well. Allow yourself to rest here for a moment, suspended in this understanding. Your breath continues its natural rhythm, each inhalation drawing in more of this deep knowing, each exhalation releasing any doubt or resistance you might have about your own inherent wholeness. You are exactly where you need to be, exactly as you need to be, in this perfect moment of recognition. Now, as you sit by this mirror-like pond, you notice something extraordinary beginning to unfold. The reflection in the water starts to shimmer and change, not in a startling way, but with the gentleness of morning mist beginning to lift. The image that appears is not of the sky above, but of your own face, peaceful and radiant, looking back at you with eyes full of compassion and understanding. This reflection shows you not as you appear in the harsh, fluorescent lighting of everyday mirrors, not with the critical gaze you so often turn upon yourself, but as you truly are in your essence. You see the kindness that lives in your eyes, the strength that resides in the set of your jaw, the wisdom that has been earned through every experience you have ever lived through. Look deeply into those eyes, gazing back at you from the still water. See how they hold both your joys and your sorrows with equal tenderness. Notice how they reflect not judgment, but acceptance, not criticism, but love. This is how you look when you are truly at peace with yourself, when you have stepped away from the endless comparisons and expectations that usually cloud your self-perception. The person looking back at you from the pond knows all of your struggles, all of your fears, all of your imperfections, and loves you completely nonetheless. This reflection understands that you have been doing the best you can with the tools and knowledge you have had available to you. There is no blame here, no harsh judgment, only the gentle recognition of your humanity and your inherent worthiness of peace and happiness. As you continue to gaze into this compassionate reflection, you feel something shifting deep within your chest. It is as if a door that has been locked for far too long is finally beginning to open. Behind this door lives the part of you that knows how to be gentle with yourself, how to speak to yourself with the same kindness you would offer a dear friend who was struggling. Breathe into this opening, this softening. Allow yourself to receive the love and acceptance that your own reflection is offering you. You do not need to earn this compassion through achievement or perfection. You do not need to prove your worthiness through productivity or success. You are worthy of love and peace simply because you exist, simply because you are here, sharing this moment with yourself. The image in the pond begins to expand, showing you not just your face, but your entire being surrounded by a soft, golden light. This light represents all the love you have ever given to others, all the kindness you have shared, all the moments of grace you have offered to the world around you. You realize that this same love, this same kindness, this same grace is available to you whenever you choose to turn it inward. Feel this golden light beginning to emanate from your physical body as you sit beside the pond. Watch as it grows brighter and more radiant, extending outward in gentle waves that touch the water, the trees, the earth beneath you. You are not separate from this peaceful environment. You are contributing to it, adding your own unique vibration of tranquility to the symphony of calm that surrounds you. The stream continues its gentle babbling, but now you can hear something new in its voice. It is singing a song of recognition, acknowledging that you have remembered something essential about yourself. The trees rustle their leaves in what sounds almost like applause, celebrating your willingness to see yourself with such clarity and compassion. You understand now that every time you have sought peace in external circumstances, every time you have waited for life to become less complicated before allowing yourself to relax, you were looking in the wrong direction. The peace you have been seeking has been within you all along, patient and constant, waiting for you to turn your attention inward and remember your true nature. This is not a temporary state that will disappear the moment you open your eyes and return to your daily routine. This is a recognition of something permanent and unchanging within you. The circumstances of your life may continue to shift and change, but this core of peace, this center of calm, this wellspring of inner tranquility will remain available to you always. Breathe in the certainty of this knowledge. Breathe in the understanding that you never need to feel completely overwhelmed or utterly lost again, because you now know the way back to this place of inner refuge. It is as close as your next conscious breath, as accessible as your willingness to pause and remember who you truly are, beneath all the temporary concerns that occupy your mind. The golden light around you continues to pulse gently with each breath you take, reminding you that you are a being of infinite worth and beauty. You are not broken and in need of fixing. You are not lacking and in need of more. You are whole, complete, and inherently peaceful, temporarily having a human experience that sometimes makes you forget your true nature. Allow this knowing to settle into every cell of your body, every corner of your consciousness. Let it become as familiar and reliable as your own heartbeat, something you can always return to whenever the world feels too heavy or too demanding. The reflection in the pond begins to fade gently, like morning mist dissolving in the first rays of sunlight, but the understanding it has given you remains crystal clear. You feel yourself naturally rising from the smooth boulder, your movements flowing like water itself, unhurried and graceful. The knowing you have gained sits comfortably within you, not as something you must grasp tightly, but as something that has become part of your very essence. You begin to walk again, following the stream as it meanders through this sacred landscape. With each step, you notice how differently you move now. There is no urgency in your pace, no destination that must be reached by a certain time. Your feet seem to know exactly where to place themselves, and you trust this inner guidance completely. The earth beneath you feels more solid, more supportive, as if it recognizes the peace you carry and rises up to meet you with equal tranquility. The stream begins to widen as you walk, its gentle babbling growing into a more melodious song. You realize that you are approaching something magnificent, though you feel no anticipation or anxiety about what lies ahead. There is only a quiet curiosity, a gentle openness to whatever gift this journey wishes to offer you next. As you round a bend in the path, your breath catches in wonder. Before you stretches a vast lake, its surface so perfectly still that it mirrors not only the sky above, but seems to capture the very essence of eternity itself. The water is the deepest, most beautiful blue you have ever witnessed, a color that seems to exist beyond the normal spectrum of earthly hues. This lake radiates a presence, an ancient wisdom that speaks directly to the deepest part of your soul. You approach the shore with reverence, feeling as though you are entering a natural cathedral where silence itself has taken on sacred meaning. The sand beneath your feet is soft and warm, composed of countless tiny crystals that shimmer with an inner light. Each grain seems to hold within it a moment of perfect peace. And as you walk across this crystalline beach, you feel as though you are walking across a foundation built from pure serenity itself. At the water's edge, you pause and breathe deeply. The air here is unlike anything you have ever experienced. It carries within it the essence of every peaceful moment that has ever existed, every sunset that has painted the sky with colors beyond description, every gentle rain that has nourished the earth, every loving embrace that has healed a wounded heart. This air fills your lungs and spreads throughout your body like liquid peace, reaching into places you did not even know were tense or troubled. You notice a small wooden dock extending into the lake, its planks weathered smooth by countless seasons of sun and gentle storms. The wood has taken on a silver-gray patina that speaks of wisdom earned through time, of strength that comes not from resistance, but from flexibility and acceptance. You walk onto this dock, feeling how solid and secure it is beneath your feet, how perfectly it balances stability with the gentle movement of the water beneath. At the end of the dock, you sit down and let your feet dangle in the warm water of the lake. The sensation is extraordinary, as if the water itself is alive with healing energy. It laps gently against your skin with a touch so tender it brings tears of gratitude to your eyes. You realize that this lake represents the infinite ocean of peace that exists not only within you, but within all beings, connecting every living thing in a web of profound tranquility. As you sit here, you begin to understand something that shifts your perspective on everything you have ever experienced. This peace you are feeling is not separate from the challenges and difficulties of your everyday life. It is not something that exists in opposition to stress or worry or pain. Instead, it is the foundation upon which all experiences rest, the unchanging ground of being that remains constant, whether your days are filled with joy or sorrow, success or struggle. The water around your feet begins to glow with a soft, pearl-like luminescence, and you realize that this light is responding to your growing understanding. The lake recognizes that you are remembering something essential, something that was never really forgotten, but simply obscured by the complexity of living in a world that often seems to demand everything from you, except the one thing that matters most, your connection to your own inner peace. You lean back on your hands and look up at the sky, which has taken on the colors of the most perfect sunset. Though there is no sun visible anywhere, shades of soft pink and lavender and gold dance across the heavens like a celebration of beauty itself. You understand that this sky represents the unlimited nature of your own consciousness, the vast space within you that can hold any experience with equanimity and grace. A gentle breeze begins to move across the lake, creating the slightest ripples on its surface, but instead of disturbing the peace, these ripples seem to enhance it, like a visual representation of breath itself. You watch these gentle waves move outward from some invisible center, and you realize that this is how peace moves through your life when you allow it to flow naturally. It does not fight against obstacles or try to force its way through resistance. It simply moves with the fluid grace of water itself, finding its way around, over, and through whatever it encounters. You close your eyes and feel yourself becoming one with this rhythmic movement of peace across the surface of your being. Your breath naturally synchronizes with the gentle lapping of the water, and you experience a harmony so complete that you cannot tell where your inner peace ends and the tranquil environment around you begins. This is not a loss of self, but an expansion into your true nature, a recognition that you are far more vast and peaceful than you ever imagined. The understanding continues to deepen as you sit here in this place of perfect communion between your inner and outer worlds. You realize that every moment of your life, even the most challenging ones, has been held within this same field of fundamental peace. The difficulties you have faced were like storms on the surface of this lake, dramatic and intense while they lasted, but never able to disturb the profound stillness that exists in the depths. This recognition brings with it a feeling of such profound relief that it seems to release tension you did not even know you were carrying. You have been trying so hard to create peace in your life, to arrange your circumstances and control your experiences so that you could finally feel calm and centered. But now you see that you have been looking at it backwards. Peace is not something you create through perfect conditions. Peace is the natural state from which you can meet any conditions with grace and wisdom. The water continues to caress your feet with its healing touch, and you feel as though years of accumulated stress and worry are being gently dissolved and carried away by the current. This is not a forceful removal, but a tender invitation to let go of what no longer serves you. The lake seems to understand exactly what you need to release, and it offers itself as a repository of infinite compassion, willing to receive and transform whatever burdens you are ready to set down. You find yourself speaking softly to the water, not with words, but with the language of the heart. You offer up your fears about the future, your regrets about the past, your frustrations with yourself and others. Each offering is received with such tenderness that you feel held and supported in a way that touches the deepest part of your being. You realize that this is what forgiveness feels like, not as a mental decision, but as a full body experience of release and renewal. As you continue this process of gentle release, you notice that you are not becoming empty or depleted. Instead, you are being filled with something far more valuable than what you are letting go. You are being filled with the recognition of your own inherent wholeness, your own unshakable worth, your own unlimited capacity for peace and joy and love. The colors in the sky begin to shift again, moving through deeper shades of purple and midnight blue, and stars begin to appear like diamonds scattered across velvet. But this transition from day to night brings no sense of ending or loss. Instead, it feels like a natural deepening, a movement into even greater intimacy with the mystery and beauty of existence itself. You realize that you could sit here forever, suspended between earth and sky, between the solid dock beneath you and the fluid water around you, between the individual self you have always known yourself to be and the vast, peaceful presence you are discovering yourself to be. This is not escapism or avoidance of life. This is the deepest possible engagement with life, a willingness to meet existence from the place of your own authentic peace, rather than from the frantic energy of trying to fix or change or improve everything around you. The stars above you seem to pulse with the same gentle rhythm as your breathing, and you understand that you are part of something infinitely larger and more beautiful than your individual concerns and challenges. You are a unique and precious expression of the same consciousness that moves the stars and the tides, that grows the flowers and heals the wounds, that creates and sustains and loves everything into being moment by moment. This knowing settles into your bones, into your blood, into the very core of who you are. You will carry this peace with you wherever you go, not as a memory of a beautiful experience, but as a living reality that you can access whenever you choose to turn your attention inward and remember what you have discovered here in this sacred place by the lake.